Hi once again, and welcome to Live and Kicking. And I think this is the fifth one. And somewhere in the background, we've got Barry, my good old mate, who's going to come in and ask me some questions. This time, I'm going to talk about a couple of things to do with video and how useful video is in terms of marketing online and what things you should be considering. So with videos, you've got a whole range of styles from animations, and animation is a very sort of broad word because the opening of this program was an animation, and that could have been something that would be very sophisticated once upon a time. Now there are some fantastic systems that allow you to build up animations really quickly, put in your own wordage, put in your own branding, and you can come out with something really professional. And then there's hand-drawn type animation, and of course once upon a time again it was like cell by cell and pull them all together and turn it into an animated moving bit of film. Well, now that's very much done by software and the ability to literally come up with either preset sequences of animation, which you pull together and you put in your own information, again, text and other ideas into the animation, and then output it and use it as your own. And then there's things called doodly type animation, where you basically come up with a sort of character, and then the system doodles out those images for you. Another form of video is a talking head, which is pretty much what you're seeing now, someone talking to camera. And of course, you could go and film that on your iPhone. You could go and film it on a full-blown camera, and you could also do it on your webcam. Which are great, but probably not the most exciting. I mean, I'm giving you a bit of information here, but actually it's great if you can cut in other elements such as graphics and animations to make those things flow more lively. Then there's a thing called the sales video letter, and that is designed to take text and in some cases animate it on screen, and give you a sort of basically a rollout of the script, but using text format. And that's been proven to be pretty powerful in terms of capturing people's attention. I think part of it may be the words and obviously what's being said, and they've now got something to key their eyes onto. So actually, another way, when you're streaming out video, very often you have subtitles on the bottom of the screen, and depends on where you're viewing this video, you may have subtitles to see. And actually that catches your eye and can pull your attention in, whether the sound's on or not. It is actually another way of getting quite a lot of attention to a video. Of course, if the sound's off, you might capture people's interest, because again, they kind of subconsciously read the words going across and animating across screen, and that could just attract them to something that they've got in the back of their mind somewhere, certain words, and that makes them start to either read or watch the video. So then there's an interview approach, which is a fantastic way of getting the real depthy information from someone who's an expert. And of course, news programs are absolutely brilliant at this, but that can be done in virtually any field. So if you're trying to launch your website based on perhaps, I don't know, hairdressers, and in that case you want to get people interested more and more in what sort of hairdressing you offer, then to have a short video which interviews people over styles of hairdressing and why perhaps they got into hairdressing, and what they could offer as part of your service, that would be a fabulous way to get attention and pull people in. And then there's live action videos, live action being, as it says, the real live visuals, which might be of, for instance, in a hairdresser case, looking around your hairdressing salon and watching people work. And that obviously can cause a lot of interest, but also whilst you're talking about a service, you could well be showing the detail that one of your main hairdressers is going to. So we're all familiar with many different fabulous, sophisticated forms of video now, but very often they are improved and augmented by the editing. And the editing of a video is quite a sophisticated job one way or another. There are so many forms, so many bits of software now to allow you to edit. You can edit on your laptop, you can edit on your phone, and each of those could be quite sophisticated in the way that you can add extra captions, you can add styling to the video, so you can colorize it. So one other aspect to this is obviously when you're structuring out a video is how that structure should flow. And one of the most important things that you should learn is that every 5 seconds more of a video that you play, that you capture, is another 5 seconds of getting them to view your video. And therefore, the first 5 seconds of your video is going to be the most important. In this case, I've used an animation. And then the next 5 seconds, and then the next 10 seconds, and then the next 30 seconds. So there should always be an objective as you roll out the video to flow through and capture the specific target audience that you want to watch your video. Therefore, you would always start off with something quite eye-catching if possible. So it's well worthwhile planning out what you want to achieve and then working out how you're going to roll that out. So you're thinking about your audience rather than thinking about your own product and your own service. They're more interested in that. They're more interested about what they're going to get out of this than they are hearing about all of your specialities. That's the initial area, and then of course you're going to roll more into what you are offering, and ultimately you want to give a call to action for the video. So if it is that you're going to be offering a coupon, or you're going to be offering a special deal for a period of time, or you literally want them to click on something on your website and perhaps book an appointment, then those are the call to actions. I'm going to do two things here. First is I'm going to ask Barry if he's still around and be able to get a question or two off Barry. And then secondly, I'd just like to show you a couple of examples on a website I have of different uses of video, which I think will be quite interesting to some people. Hopefully, Barry, you're there, going to come on stream in just a moment. Ah, there you are. Hi,
there
Barry.
We are.
How are you doing today?
Good day.
A good day. That's excellent. Hopefully you were listening to some of that. Did you find some of that useful?
Yeah, since you helped me sort of promote my colouring books, you've given me some ideas now. Which would be the best way to do a video? Would it be to I want to demonstrate the colouring and the products that you use to colour. Would it be better to do it on a laptop or a tablet or a phone? I'm not all that sure about a phone, but just give me some advice on which you would prefer to use.
Okay, well, the benefit of using a phone, assuming you've got a camera on your phone that's good enough quality, is that you can essentially move it around and you can film things as you need to. So one particular way, if you were going to do something sort of fairly loosely, would be able to talk into the camera and then be able to focus down onto the coloring book, for instance. A better way to do that would be to take shots of the coloring book as still shots, so you've got nice, good quality and set photographs. and then be able to edit it over the top of what you're wanting to say, unless you're going to do it purely as voiceover. So that's something I didn't mention. Of course, you could do a video as purely voiceover. So looking at those three options there, the beauty of the tablet is that you can actually look at what you've got on a bigger screen, and you can decide whether you've got the right sort of look of photograph or shot. And again, with a tablet, you can actually bring in software. On an iPhone, for instance, you can normally very easily get to a bit of software called iMovie, which is excellent. And my son uses that for putting his videos together using iMovie, which will allow you to add music tracks and put over images over the top of your voice track or your video that you've recorded into the tablet. The thing about the laptop is it's a bit more powerful and you can use more sophisticated software on that. But again, you know, it depends on the quality of your webcam, whether you want to use that or not. In fact, I'm just waiting for a new webcam to add to mine, because the camera, the actual laptop is powerful and I do a lot with it. It's a Macintosh laptop, but the webcam is old and the quality of that is not brilliant. So you will see a difference, hopefully, on the next version of Live and Kicking. You'll see a better quality camera. Yours looks very good, actually, looking at it. It's a good quality camera, good definition, as they say. So I think, all in all, you're probably going to be better working on the laptop long term rather than trying to do it on the phone and the tablet, purely because it gives you a little bit more control and it will allow you to sort of develop into better software and better forms of editing. If you really take it to heart and love it, you want to do more and more, so it gives you more options. But I have to say that there is some fabulous software, especially for the tablet. If you were to use the Adobe suite, which is used for Photoshop and a number of the other big graphic systems, you'll find a thing called Adobe Rush, and that allows you to bring clips together and do a fair amount of good editing, rather like the iMovie I've mentioned. So that is an alternative bit of software to try. So does that help a little bit? Was there anything I can?
As I say, I was a little bit nervous about the phone because the screen is very small. So as I say, I just wondered which would be better.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. I mean, it is quite difficult. Some people have these larger sized phone screens and that helps a little bit. I have edited on even smaller screens from the earlier mobiles just to prove that it can be done. And it's hard work, really. It's hard work in comparison to working with a larger screen. I mean, if you really, really get into the editing role, you might be going for a larger screen still, something like the iMac. And that gives you the ability to have plenty of desktop space for your different elements of the editing, which is great when you get onto more sophisticated software. And people may have heard of these if they're really getting into editing, like Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro. Okay, so and did you have another question for me?
No, I think you've covered it quite well for me there. As I say, I was very nervous about the phone, doing it on the phone, but I really want to demonstrate the books and how they can be coloured and the finished product. And as I say, the phone made me a bit nervous.
Okay, there's a question for you here, and that is, when you see websites with videos, do you think it attracts you in a little bit more? Do you think it helps to get through and explain things faster? How do you sort of respond to websites with videos? Does that excite you a bit more?
Well, you see, it seems to me videos, you feel more involved.
That's a very good way of putting it, yeah. So straight away, if you were going to look at a product or a service from someone, if you get the video there, you sort of get immersed into their service and their product a lot quicker than if you're trying to sort of search around through text and through images. Is that potentially
not everybody likes to sort of sit there reading for 5 or 6 minutes. If someone like yourself can explain it better by video, then I'm sure it's better.
Yeah. Well, I've spent many years on producing videos, and over the years I've spent a lot of time building out what they were calling corporate videos. Things have moved on a little bit now. I think it's been broken down a lot more into videos for specific uses. But the ultimate corporate video really took you around a complete, business, and it took you into all the aspects of what they produced. And if you sat and watched that, you got a very, very thorough view of a company and everything, its products, and what it would offer. Now it's broken down more that you might show the product on the products page, and you might show a little bit about the service on the service page. And it's sort of kept a lot shorter. So there is one point there that very often videos should be short. I think people's attention span is quite short, and therefore probably 3 or 4 minutes is generally the desired length for video. So thanks very much, Barry. Thanks for another little chat and short question there.
Thank you very much.
I'm just going to finish off, and actually what I want to show now, thanks Barry, what I want to show now is a website that I have here, and this offers a specific service for interactive video, and I have spoken about it very briefly before, but I'm going to just show a little bit more. And yeah, so this site, which is called activatemediaagency.com, is a site that I run specifically for a style of video. And I'm going to show that video running. So there's a number of examples. So if you see there that actually there's a number of elements coming together, from transitions through the videos, through to a little bit of animation, which brings the animation alive, through to the idea of kind of doodling on screen, and also the branding of a company. All that can come together into quite a simple little bit of video, but that can portray a lot. It can obviously set the scene for what your business is all about. So but here's a couple more that I'd like to just show. This one, now what we're showing here is video with hotspots. So it could well be that you have a website with a video on it, and as the video is panning around your salon, taking that example again, there are hotspots on that video that someone can click on, and it will give them more information. So perhaps as they're looking around, you know, there's different hairstyles being worked on within the salon, and you can click on one of those hotspots and it'll tell you which of the hairdressers is specialist in that sort of style. Or perhaps it'll tell you which type of celebrities wear that sort of style. Or it could well be that as you click that hotspot, it takes you to a price list and an appointments calendar where you can make an appointment for that particular type of hairdresser and hairstyle. And it'll give you the costings and you can make the payment before you even go. So I'll just finish off playing that sort of short bit of video, but so hopefully I'm just going to close that down now. Hopefully that was useful, and I'm going to switch back on. There I am. So this was a short Facebook Live, which is designed to help people maybe investigate a little bit more what is available to them online, different types of strategies. And as I say, it's all about kicking ass, take action, work out a strategy, and you will find success. And I'd love you to come back, watch more of these episodes along the way. Hopefully you found something useful here. And if you'd like to have a look at my website, which is actually activatealifestyle.com, activatealifestyle.com. So just take that off and put that up on screen. I think you'll find some useful bits of information there. You'll also be able to revisit more of these live and kicking shows. And also there is a form there you can fill out if you're interested in learning more and receiving more information from me, plus some special offers. And finally, if you are interested in any personal mentoring as you move forwards, and any number of areas, including website building, right the way through to marketing strategies, I've got an appointment maker there on the website, and I'd love to give you the opportunity of a 15-minute free chat where we can just discuss what you're trying to achieve and see if there's something that you'd like me to help you with further. And one final point is that this goes out on Tuesday night and a Thursday night. Depending on where you are and what your time zone is, please come back and visit and send any comments you want on the live chat there, and I'd look forward to picking up on those. Okay, have a great rest of day.